What's up, my YouTube family? Welcome back to the Gaming Brigade. And one question a lot of you have sent the channel is, what is the best way to level up in this game? And keep in mind as I say that there are so many different ways people may decide to play this. You may want to level up as quickly as possible through the story, or you may like to cruise around like I'm doing in the open world and level up that way. It's completely up to you. I've found I've gotten completely sidetracked here and there with different world activities. And because of that, I hadn't really worked on any of my case files at all. I had one for Harley Quinn, one for Penguin, and one for Mr. Freeze, and what I decided to do was to jump right into the case file for Mr. Freeze, not for any particular reason, just because that's the one I picked, and I didn't realize how high the enemy scaling was compared to my character. However, I'm so glad I made that mistake because I was able to go from level 11 to level 18 in less than an hour. Now, if you happen to enjoy this video at all or find it helpful, do me a favor and hit that like button really quick. It does help the channel out. You can feel free to subscribe or join as well, and we do have giveaways here. And our current one is for an Xbox Series S. To enter, all you need to do is subscribe here or follow on Twitter, and the winner will be announced on December 31st of this year. So there happen to be a few things I want to mention as we begin. First of all, there is no one way to play this game. Enjoy it, have fun. Secondly, I do not want to give away any spoilers, so I'm going to show you just a quick screenshot of where you need to be in the game in order to find this spot. You can see here that once you open up the case file for Mr. Freeze, there are 5 parts you need to complete in order to get to the final one, which is Breakout at Blackgate. And you can also see that the suggested level is 21 through 24. Now keep in mind, I'm at level 14 now. However, I started this at level 11, so I was able to get from level 11 to 18 having no problem whatsoever. Now, once you load into the level, all you're going to do is this, my friends. Once you drop in, you will be in the courtyard. You'll take out some NPCs there. After that, you're going to go into a cell block. And once the enemies are defeated in there, all you're going to do is cancel the mission and start again. Now, I actually found this out because what I did was I went to the very end of the mission itself, tried to face Mr. Freeze, got my ass handed to me in like 2 seconds. So I wound up playing again, and I realized as I was doing that is that I had gained levels so quickly because my level was so low and the enemy level was so high. So I was obviously gaining more XP than I normally would if I was just cruising around the open world. Now, I want to point out my build. Now, if you bought the deluxe edition, I recommend wearing the Beyond suit because that is going to give you a slight XP boost when it's equipped, and you can add a mod to it in order to increase the power level. However, if you don't have that suit, honestly, it doesn't really matter. And again, this is for people who are just starting off the game. You want to get to a higher level as quickly as possible because you're at a low level facing higher enemies. You're going to get much more XP than you normally would facing an enemy that is at your current level. So again, the fact that you're facing enemies in the 20s when you're in like the beginning, 10 or 11 or whatever it is, you're going to see that XP stack so quickly. So right now, about a third of the way through level 13, and in 2 runs of this. So again, all I'm doing is the initial courtyard and then the actual cell block. But I'm going to go from level 13 to level 15 in maybe 10 minutes of gameplay. And this is the other important factor, that difficulty does not matter. Now, obviously, if you want a challenge, you can set your difficulty to higher, but that is not going to affect your XP at all. So if you want to drop the difficulty, you can totally do that as well. And as I start to wrap this video up, I'm sure that there are many other efficient ways to farm for XP in the game. This is one that I started doing or discovered the other day while playing. I wanted to pass it along, so hopefully it will help you as well. And as always, if you happen to have any tips or tricks you want to pass along to new players, please leave them in the comments section down below, as the main goal here is to try to help out as many people as we can. Now at this point in the video, I'm going to switch suits. That way you can see, even if you do not have the Beyond suit, which does give you that little extra XP boost, you can still get a lot of XP in a short amount of time. And again, to be clear, like I've said 2 or 3 times, this is going to be very beneficial for those of you just starting off who like to get to a higher level quickly. And again, there's scaling, so once you get to level 21 or 22, you won't see that XP bar filling up as quickly because you're catching up with the actual enemy level. But I'm sure this is going to be the first of many videos I bring you in regards to farming. It's one of my favorite things to do with the channel. And as I mentioned earlier, this is for players like myself just starting off, wanting to, gain a bunch of XP as quick as you can. The grind in this game is real. There's going to be a lot of stuff to do. I will have no shortage of videos to put together for you, my friends. And as always, I sincerely appreciate your support. One more thing to keep in mind really quick is that there may be better farming methods than this out there. I just haven't gotten to that point in the game. Once again, I discover something, I pass it along, and as I've said multiple times, I really hope it helps. With all that being said, I'm going to let the rest of the video play out. However, like I mentioned at the beginning of this thing, if you happen to be new here, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button. If you enjoyed this, you could hit that like button as well. But most importantly, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone.